Hello everybody, and let's talk about carrots. This book, not the vegetable, I'm talking about a book. This book was written by Colleen Helme, and this one is actually part of a series. And the series is called Shelby Nichols. So what is this book about? This book, it is a mystery. And it is about this gal as she goes home, and I forgot her name. Shelby. It's in the name of the series. Her name is Shelby. So she is heading home, and she decides she has two children, a boy and a girl, and she is married, so she has a husband. And she is going to make some like roast beef or something. Decides she needs to stop at the grocery store because there are some things that she is missing, and she is missing carrots for dinner to go with the meal. So while she is there and she is waiting to check out, this man comes into this grocery store, and this grocery store has a bank that is on the inside, and you learn this within the first chapter. So he comes in, and his intent is to rob this bank, and everyone gets down. He, yells at him, "Get down." He does shoot one person, but because Shelby is not quick enough to get down on the floor, he shoots at her, and she ends up with a head injury. It's just like your head, when you have a head injury, they bleed a lot. So there is talk of blood. It's basically grazed her scalp. So nothing overly serious, but there is fantastical elements to this. So yes, it is a mystery, but there are fantastical elements, as in this book, after she gets home, she realizes that something's going on because people are looking at her weird because she's starting to answer questions that no one asked, but yet they did ask, but yet no one asked. Well, it turns out she can now hear people's thoughts. Hence, if they ask a question in her mind, or ask a question in their mind, like if I were to go, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But in my mind, I asked, what's my favorite color? To see if you guys know what my favorite color is. It's blue, by the way. Well, depending on my mood, blue or yellow, it kind of alternates. Anyway, so she realizes that she has to really work on paying attention to when they're actually talking, so that if they're thinking something, she doesn't answer their question. Her husband is a lawyer and thinks it's kind of weird. He tries his best to drown out his thoughts so that she can't hear what he's thinking, and things like that. So because there was a robbery and she got shot, obviously the police aren't involved. And one of them she calls, I want to say it was Mustache or something. I don't remember. She has a nickname for him. But she can obviously read their minds, and she goes in for some questioning and to try and give some more information about this event that took place that she was involved in with that shooting. And there's a suspect at one point that's being questioned, and she tells the officer, I can basically read minds, and she wants to help him. And of course, they have people that claim that they're psychic and try to give them some pointers and hints about certain crimes that have taken place and lead them in certain directions, even though they are usually fake. But he follows up on some of her leads. Turns out they are correct, and so he is starting to kind of believe her. But wind also of this gift goes to this mafia or mob guy, who of course wants to take advantage of this. And so he pulls her into some meetings, and he's trying to figure out who is loyal to him, who wants him gone, so who's loyal, who's more willing to stab him in the back, who's a thief, who's lying about a certain situation, and things like that. So that's what it is. And that's all it is. It's just her trying to appease him enough to keep herself and her family safe, while still trying to not seem like she's more wanting to help the police. So that's what the book is about. So on Goodreads, this is classified as a mystery. Paranormal, I would say no, not paranormal. Another tag is cozy mystery. Yes, I would say it's more of a cozy mystery. Humor, yes. Fantasy, I would say it does have a little bit of fantasy, as it is that she can read minds. So that's what the book is about. Again, this one's book number 1 in a mystery series, and there are, I believe, 17 books in this series. It says 17, so 15, 16, oh yeah, 17. Yep, there are 17 books in this series. The 17th book came out October 2023, so just last year, and the one before that was a year before that. Looks like they come out, anyway, fairly regularly, so I don't know if this is a completed series or not, but book number 1 was published in August of 2013, so it is 11 years old. Okay, so now that we know what that is about, let me tell you about the, oh, excuse me, not 2013, 2011. I looked at the wrong book. This one, the edition I read says 2011. This is told in first person. When I read this book, there was an audiobook available, and the audiobook is 8 hours and 39 minutes on standard one-time speed to listen via Audible, and it was narrated by Wendy Tremont King, I'm guessing is how that is said. As far as your content and your trigger warnings, you have a little bit of blood, and that's pretty much it, other than a couple of the words. So nothing overly sensitive that I could say that could be overly sensitive to some people. It's kind of like a cozy mystery, except there's no animal involved in this one. So it was very clean. Nothing sexually explicit or anything like that. So now, since there's not really anything overtly obvious as far as your representation, it's pretty much going to be up to your imagination. There might have been 1 or 2 characters that they mentioned darker skin tone, but that is pretty much going to be it. So again, that's up to your imagination. As far as the word usage, we have the following words that come up. Hell 5 times. The word God once, not in a religious context. The phrase loony bin once. Slut twice, damn 9, shit twice, hellbent once, balls once, piss once, arouse once, and bitch once. So there are a couple of times in this where you do see Shelby realizing that her husband is aroused and she wants to obviously please him, but it is very much a fade to black and closed door. So you don't need to worry about anything sexually explicit. And that's the word usage. That is the book. Now, let me tell you, for Colleen Helme, the author, I'm going to the author profile just on Goodreads here. It says, USA best-selling author Colleen Helme is the author of the best-selling Shelby Nichols adventure series, a wildly entertaining and highly humorous series about Shelby Nichols, a woman with the ability to read minds, and that is the book I was telling you about. She is also the author of the Sand and the Shadow series, a spin-off. Oh, I didn't know there was a spin-off. Okay. A spin-off from the Shelby Nichols series featuring Ella St. John, a woman with a special healing touch. Between writing about these two friends, Colleen has her hands full, but is enjoying every minute of it, especially when they appear in books together. When not writing, Colleen spends most of her time thinking about new ways to get her characters in and out of trouble. She loves to connect with readers and admits that fans of her books keep her writing. So, yeah, that's about the author. Let me know. Have you read either of these series? Have you read anything from the author? Is this a series that sounds like it could be interesting to you? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.